afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Guys, got another really nice small Class C motorhome we're going to review today. Just came in. This, it hadn't even got a price on it yet. This is a 2013 Fleetwood Tioga Montara. It's the model 23B. And for those of you just looking for a small, simple, easy to use Class C motorhome, whether it's your first one or your 20th one, sometimes you just want something small, simple, and easy to use. This is it. This has no slide, just like I said, everything you need, nothing you don't. 24.5 feet long total length, built on a Ford E350 chassis. It does have a V8 instead of a V10. This has got the 5.4 V8, which I think is not a bad thing right now with fuel prices like they are. It's still 255 horsepower, 350 pound-feet of torque, which in this small motorhome will run you down the road 70, 80 miles an hour, but you don't need to drive one that fast. But if you wanted to, it could do it all day long and then some. Just got 35,000 miles on it. 4 kW Onan generator running right now. It's got 380, 390, somewhere around there on the hours. And just a very simple one, guys. Nothing real complicated, not a lot of systems. There's no jacks, no power steps, no slide. Which I think right now with dealer service departments backed up for weeks and months in some cases and a part shortage, that's not a bad thing, because that's less things to go wrong with it. All in all, it's in great shape. You know, if I had to pick this thing for you, some of the stripes have got some crow's feet in it. That's something you can have fixed, or if you just want to DIY it yourself, you can tape it off and rattle can it if you want to. Or use it like it is. Rear corners look good. Of course, it's a Fleetwood, so it's got that tough ply roof system, which is basically like it's a TPO roof system, but it's about 33% thicker than a standard TPO. So as far as flexible roof systems are concerned, Fleetwood's probably got one of the top ones. And they've been using it for decades. You do have a patio awning. Tires look great. I've got your spare tire in here, and you've got an actual cover and a huge storage bay right here if you want it. That cover is about a $400 or $500 cover. Of course, it doesn't look like they've really used it on it much, but it's there. And this is pretty interesting too. I bought this from an owner, and they had it on a consignment lot back in November. Let me show you the difference between a lot like us and a consignment lot. This is back in November. Sales price back then on a consignment lot, $69,963. I've got this one for $49,900. That's why you never buy from a consignment lot. 23B. Let's look inside. Now, as we look inside, I mean, they have changed the floor in here and put a linoleum floor down, which looks good. So it doesn't really have any carpet besides the front cab area, which looks fine. It's got 35,000 miles. And like I said, this is all you really need for a couple or even a small family. I mean, this is, you know, this is what I like about, see, my current RV, and I've owned motorhomes with slide outs for years, doesn't have a slide out. And I actually like it because I don't have to rearrange anything when I'm going down the road versus when I'm parked. The interior space stays exactly the same, and the layout stays exactly the same whether you're parked or driving. So you don't have to, you know, move your trash can and move this and move that before you bring your rooms in and all this stuff. I mean, you just stack it where you want it to be and it's there. And like I said, nothing real complicated. You know, this would be very easy to get used to if you're a first-time RVer, not to mention the size is a lot easier to get used to. I mean, 24.5 feet, what is that? Less than 4 feet longer than a full-size pickup truck. Guys, anybody can handle one that size. And this is the smallest one they make too, that year. Excuse me about the generator hours, guys. 436 is what it's got on it. And it's running right now. Got the auxiliary battery cut off right there. Roof air is a little 13,500 BTU. Roof air, it's not ducted. You don't really need a ducted air in a motorhome this size. It works great. You've got a table booth that makes a bed. You've got a queen size bed in the back and a full to queen size bed in the cab over. Now the only thing weird about it, and I'm going to fix it for you, it's got the TV in it. When they had, and this is actually a pretty common occurrence if you ever put your RV on consignment at a lot. What a lot of people don't realize is when a dealer's got a RV on their lot that's not theirs, it's a parts bank. They robbed the TV mount but left the TV in it according to the previous owner. So I will reinstall you a TV mount in this thing and hang that TV back up for you. And that's just part of it, guys. Of course, that's why I didn't sell on the consignment lot either, because it was $69,000 where it should have been $49,900 to sell it. And I got to fix one blind on it, and that's it. Other than that, it's nice, it's clean, it's ready to go. We do what we call our limited inspection on all of our used RVs, which means while we pretty much sell them as is, we do that to keep our prices down. We guarantee the most major systems, and what we do is we inspect the water system, make sure it's good. If we find an issue with it, we fix it, of course. We inspect the, and that includes water heater too. We inspect the refrigerator, freezer, make sure it gets to operating temperature. We guarantee the roof air to work, the generator to run and put out, the motor home to run and drive like it's supposed to, and the step to work. And if it had a slide out, of course, we'd guarantee the slide too, and that's it. Everything else is sold as is. So like the stripes on the outside, it's going to be sold like that. I don't see one, but let's just say you had a cabinet that was missing a pull handle or a drawer that was off track. It's going to be sold like that, guys. That's how we operate. We leave the Mickey Mouse stuff to the future owner, because all used RVs you're going to have to do some work on, and we make sure the major stuff's good. The stuff that costs you the most money, if it doesn't work, we guarantee to work at time of sale, and we show you it works. So you know, everything, the little stuff, if there's any little stuff in here, guys, that's on you to fix. So far, every light comes on. I turn on every light in here. Roof air's cold, microwave lights up. I mean, it's working. Microwave works. You've got your 3-burner stove top. I do like this backsplash. That's nice. Single basin sink, just a small kitchen area. It's a small RV. This is a custom-made table that the previous owners had made. Obviously, it's got South Florida on it. Actually pretty cool if this is where you camp most of the time. And I've camped at a few campsites on this map too, so that's kind of cool. But I mean, this is all put on there, then epoxied over, and it's got that glaze on top of it. So like I said, you do have this table booth, does make a bed. It's a nice little motorhome, guys. And I do like the floor too. There's no step up. I hate a step up in a Class C. I understand the point of it. It gives you more storage on the outside, but I hate having that little step in a Class C. And this one, as soon as you walk in here, it's all one level floor. I got a closet over there in the corner. I'm gonna tell you guys, you know, if you'd asked me 10 years ago about what motorhome I recommend everybody buys, I'd say go big or go home. You know, I owned a 38-foot Class A for years, and don't get me wrong, I love it, but I like a small motorhome. I like it better than any other type of RV you can buy, towable or drivable, personally. It's just nice because you just jump in it and go. Very little prep time is needed. A lot less maintenance is needed. You can stay at a lot more campgrounds than you can with the large one. I mean, it's just nice, just jumping in it and go. No slides, No major issues, nothing to worry about. Just jump and go. I'm not going to say it's a maintenance-free motorhome, because all motorhomes are not maintenance-free. There's no such thing. But, you know, this is probably one of the closer ones to it. Refrigerator and freezer. Looks good. It's getting cold in the back of the freezer, which we guarantee that to work, and we'll show you that works when you pick it up, of course. Headboard on the bed. This is a queen 60-inch wide bed. Got overhead storage in here, plenty of lighting. Again, bathroom. Got the porcelain RV toilet, sink. Decent sized bathroom for this size RV. Little neo-angle shower. Skylight looks good. $35,000 miles. I mean, this is all you need, guys. All you need. And this is not a consignment, by the way, like it was before at another dealership. This is actually our motorhome. We got the title in the office. We bought it from the previous owners. We don't do consignments, guys. Now, I'm not going to say we never do. Every once in an absolute blue moon, if we've got a very good friend of ours or some very loyal customers of ours, we'll take their unit in on consignment if we can't come to agreement buying it. But very rarely do we take a consignment, guys. Very rarely. We like to own everything we sell, free and clear, no floor plans, no financing. We pay cash for everything we have. And believe me, guys, that saves y'all a lot of money, because most dealers have to finance their purchases, just like a lot of consumers do. Dealers have to finance them. They're called floor plans, except they pay an exorbitant amount of interest on every unit they sell. So they're having to pass along $2,000 to $3,000 worth of interest on every particular RV that they own that's floor planned, right to the consumer in the form of higher prices to cover the interest they have to pay. And sometimes they can delay you getting a title for months, because they're floating on your money, and just pay it off to get the title from the bank, from their floor plan company, when they absolutely have to. And that's a good thing about being in business for 54 years, guys. Those days of us floor planning are decades in the past. We're very fortunate, very blessed in business that we're able to buy cash for every single thing we buy that I offer for sale. And it saves you money too, because we buy that way. So $49,900, haggle free firm. Again, we guarantee the refrigerator, freezer, the generator, the roof air, the running and driving, the step, and the water system. Only at that price. You know, all the little cosmetic stuff and little Mickey Mouse repairs, which I don't really see any besides the stripes. And of course, we're going to fix that blind and hang that TV up for you. That's pretty much it. Like I said, again, just a very simple motorhome. It'll still sleep up to 6 people. Small enough that you can use it for a day trip vehicle, because that's what we use ours a lot for, just to get out on Sundays. And mine's on just maybe 6 inches longer than this one. And that's what we do. We just jump in it, drive it around on Sundays, take day trips. And, you know, Saturday night overnight trips, things like that. There's something like this, you know, 2 people could travel cross country in. And I don't know what kind of fuel mileage you'll get. I know this motorhome with a V10, you'll probably get 8 or 9 miles a gallon, realistically, if you drive right. And I'm not counting like going up mountains and stuff like that. I mean, if you drive this thing 65 to 70 like you're supposed to in a V10, you would probably get 8, 9 miles a gallon, because that's what I get on mine. Now that 5.4 V8 versus the V10, I'm going to assume you'll probably gain a couple of miles a gallon, give or take a little. So I think this one will be safe to say, you drive it right, the right terrain, the right speed, you'll probably clear 10 miles a gallon. I'm assuming. Again, I haven't drove many of these very long distance with a 5.4, but it does have plenty of power. It still has a 5,000 pound tow capacity. So anyway, check it out for yourself. Come test drive it for yourself. You'll see what I'm talking about. $49.9, haggle-free firm. If you're interested in this little motorhome, give us a call, 706-965-7929. I don't think it'll be on the market very long. It's just a neat little motorhome. It really is. Now, I've gotten some Class C's in too, guys. That's why I've been shooting them. Class C's are hot. We about sold out of them, but we're getting stocked back up. In fact, I just got in a Thor Quantum, a little bit bigger than this, but it's actually got washer and dryer in it. So I'm probably going to film it next. If it's in, you know, I'm going to take a look at it first, make sure it's ready to put online. But it'll be a nice one too. But this one, for the money, I think is a really good deal. $49.9 while it lasts. Give us a call if you're interested. 706-965-7929. Call before coming look to make sure it's available. And the way it works, guys, again, we guarantee those major systems. If you want to see everything else on it, you're going to have to do one of two things. You're either going to have to come look at it, perform your own inspection, or hire a third-party inspector to do it for you. One or the other, and I do recommend doing one or the other before purchase. These are used RVs, guys. They're not new. These are nice for what they are and the price, but they're still used. You know, if you may have to do some little repairs to them, just like anything used you buy. I mean, that's part of buying it. Look at the price of what it is now to what it cost in a 2022 model, and what it even cost back then brand new in a 13, which you couldn't buy a new one for what a 13 cost anymore, guys. Those days are long in the past. But what this thing cost new in 13 to be another 40-50 grand in 2022. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And call us if you're interested. 706-965-7929. Smash me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Comment, share on social media. We take trade-ins. We have nationwide delivery for $1.50 a loaded mile one way. Price is haggle-free firm, which means it's non-negotiable. We don't take offers. $49.9 plus applicable sales tax. Again, guys, keep in mind, we do not charge dock fees, prep fees, happy camper fees, processing fees, and all this other stuff. The only thing we charge is applicable sales tax, and if you're a Georgia resident, and Georgia residents only, there's a $100 highway impact fee and a $40 to $50 tag and title fee. But if you live in Georgia, you've been paying that on used vehicles for years, so you already know that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, RV's a Big Bow. Feel free to comment, share on social media. Feel free to follow me on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, RV's a Big Bow, and you can actually message me through there. That's pretty much why the only reason I have a Facebook page anymore, so people can message me and I'll answer your questions. I'm not in sales, so I can't sell you one, but I'll be more than happy to give you advice, whether you're buying from here or somewhere else, or, you know, try to help answer some of your questions. And, you know, I'm not only have I been working at RV dealerships for over a quarter of a century, but I've been an RV owner for longer than I've been an RV owner since I was a teenager. And I've owned every type you can imagine. I've worked on my own stuff. I've delivered them, transported them, I've sold them. I've been a finance manager, a service manager. I've done every job in a dealership one person can possibly do. And of course, this is what I love doing. This is my passion, is marketing. I love it. I love doing these videos and taking pictures and putting them on the websites and letting people see these things and the deals that we have and the nice RVs that we have. And they can be thousands of miles away. And even though, hey, I know I've been doing this a long time, it still amazes me that people travel the distance they do to buy from us. And it's because of deals just like this, guys. I mean, we're straightforward. We tell it to you like it is. Yeah, it may make somebody mad sometimes because we're too direct, but that's the way we are. That's the way we prefer to be when we buy stuff, and that's the way we are to our customers. We tell you like it is. You know, we look at it like, if you buy this today, we want you to be able to trade it back to us in a couple years and not be upside down in it. We want you to be able to sell it or trade it and not be cussing our names out because you owe 20, 30 grand more than it's worth, like you do when you buy from other dealers. I mean, you think about it, guys. 3 months ago or 4 months ago, this thing was on a consignment lot. You would have paid $20,000 more for it. Not to mention all the fees that they charge that we don't. I've got it for $49.9. That's why I left that yellow sticker in the windshield. To remind everybody, hey, you know, 4 months ago, you would have spent 70 grand on this motorhome. Now you can buy it for under 50 because you went here to Parkway RV. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.